pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. I entertain a motion to adopt the July 23rd, 2024 Board of Education agenda.
Hold on.
Second.
There's a motion and a second.
We're going to electronically.
Worse.
It's coming.
This is small little button. Very tiny.
Do I sign in wrong?
Well, are you signed in?
Check it
You
again.
are not logged in.
Up, 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 up. Okay, you got it. Okay. I suspected that.
We still need Carl to vote.
I'm waiting for it to come up. Still not showing up.
Carl, you can do it verbally.
I vote for it.
Vote yay. Carl, can you just say yay, please?
Yay, oh, it came up, just came up.
Of course, right, when you ask him to do it verbally. That's all you had to do
I just-
before.
That's it.
It's just being
All right.
Okay.
Unanimous.
And that motion passes unanimously 8-0. Commissioner Ardrey is absent tonight. Next, 3.3, safety message.
Okay, well, I had a friend of mine, sorry. A friend of mine, recently was involved in a car accident, and, she's fine. But, it happened so fast and happened with involved a motorcycle. And I know I've talked to you about motorcycles before, and, because I'm a writer as well. And, it is incredibly hard to see a motorcycle, no matter, even in weather like this where you are expecting people. And so I'm just asking everybody to slow down, take a beat, wait it out for a minute, and make sure that you know that the coast is clear, because it is, especially if you are, busy and you've got other things on your mind. It's just, it's a better thing to just wait and take a beat and watch. Thank you.
Thanks, Kathy. 3.4, citizen comments. Welcome to all those who have signed up to speak to the board tonight. We value your input and interest in our school community. Accordingly, through School Board Policy 0167.3, titled Public Comment in School Board Meetings, the board allows citizens an opportunity to express interest in and concerns for the schools during citizen comments portion of the board meetings. We would also like to remind you that the school board meetings are for the purpose of carrying on the business of the district. They are not public meetings, but official business meetings held in public. To ensure the board meetings are conducted in an orderly and productive manner, all public comments, no matter the topic, are subject to the following regulations. Number 1, time limit. Speakers will be given 1 3-minute opportunity to address the board. This time limit will be enforced. If a speaker continues past the expiration time, the school board president or district official will ask the speaker to stop and leave the podium. Per Board Policy 0167.3, adopted on March 9th, 2021, the portion of the meeting during which the participation of the public is invited to speak shall be limited to 30 minutes, and that's extended by the presiding officer. Number 2, conduct. Speakers must conduct themselves with respect and civility toward others Participants shall direct all comments to the board and not to staff or other participants. No person may address or question board members individually. Prohibited conduct includes conduct which is disruptive to the meeting, interferes with the ability of others to observe the meeting or speak to the board, or interferes with the ability of the board to conduct business. This includes conduct which is abusive, harassing, or threatening, and conduct which includes the use of vulgarities or profanities. If a speaker violates this rule, we may prohibit the speaker from further commenting at the meeting. Number 3, topics of discussion. Speakers may not comment on confidential personal disputes, share grievances involving individual school employees do not implicate issues of public concern, or share individual student disciplinary matters, as there are other channels available that provide for consideration and disposition of such matters. And number 4, board response. Pursuant to Wisconsin's open meetings law, board members are prohibited from responding to public comments unless the topic is identified on the public posting of the agenda. And finally, number 5, recess and adjournment. In the event an individual conduct causes a disruption to the board meeting and the board cannot continue its business, the gavel may be used to declare a recess or to adjourn the meeting. In addition, if such conduct constitutes a threat to the health or safety of another individuals or individuals at the meeting, law enforcement may be contacted to restore order and safety. So moving on to citizen comments, we have 2 individuals so far. First one I have is Krista White.
Before I start, can I say something? I appreciate your message.
Could you identify?
Oh, yeah,
yourself,
Krista
please?
White, 4131 South Tracy Road, but, anyway, just because, I teach driver's education behind the wheel, and my daughter just got her license yesterday, so, any other info, like advice would be great, but, so, hello again, I'm here, more this time focused on the state of the ag department and FFA, at Parker High School, and anytime, I bring up things, it's not to personally, it's not any personal attack. I'm not out to destroy anyone's livelihood. I've had that happen to me, and it's been the most difficult thing I've dealt with in my life. And also kind of leads me, I just came from the Rock County Fair, so if anyone smells barn, that's why. But I was an ag teacher at Parker for 9 years, and I am the more qualified individual than who was chosen to be kept. Not sure why, other than leadership there took a personal issue with me, and that's really not how we should conduct business. But and again, that's just how I am observing things. Again, not attacking anyone, but so. What I'm saying, as far as, since I have not been there, which was the end of 23, the FFA ag numbers have not improved. At the fair, we have 3 people exhibiting. 90% of the exhibits come from my own daughter, who has obviously taken the high road and continued to show through FFA and exhibit instead of, because she is in 4-H as well. But the FFA has not attended the state convention recently, leadership conferences. In 2021, no students went to the national convention. I was there, but that was not my year to vet students to go. And the ag teacher went anyway, despite no students, and could have used those for the money used for students. No proficiency or award applications have been helped with recently. The awards banquet this year was set on the night of the Big 8 conference track meet, which my daughter, who's an officer, was attending that. Just a lot of things that, along with FFA, the classroom, I taught the TC classes for 9 years, and the animal science ran every semester, sometimes 2 sections in a semester, and that has not run since. And so now the only option for students is to go to Blackhawk Tech in Monroe. And plant science, I dedicated a ton of my time, outside time personally, to that. And now, and have grossed nearly $9,000 a couple times at the sale. That is not, has not happened since then either. But, so TC classes were gone, which was a huge part of our, ag department. So there's just been plenty of things that have happened since that isn't really supporting the benefit of our students in this department. Thank you.
Thanks, Krista. This name looks familiar. Mr. Dave Groth. Yeah. Looking for a job?
Hi, Dave Groth, 920 Columbia Drive, Janesville. Hi, everyone. I welcome. There's a lot of friends out here, so hi to everybody. In the newspaper and so forth, a couple of big things that have been going on in the district, and insurance benefits and the stuff associated with that. There's negotiations going on with the district, and there's job fairs going on. And I couldn't help but think there's quite a correlation between the three. And so this is just a little bit of my observations. 35 years ago, I applied for the School District in Janesville. And I had a chem education certification. And I was turned away because I did not have enough certification to teach in the district. And so I went away to a small district up north, and during summers, you could get 1 credit per week of school. I went four weeks for 3 years in the summers to River Falls, and I got my certification in physics education. And I applied again for the School District of Janesville at Parker High School, and I was hired on. Why did that happen? Because certifications were important, and a lot of the jobs had 300 applicants for like a social studies position, okay? I started at Spring Valley at $17,500. It wasn't much. And, but we did continual ed every summer, and there was a step and lane process. Binding arbitration was the kind of stuff that was there, as did when we came here to Janesville. And so 2 years after being here, it was just highly, it was prized and thought of that almost every teacher here should get their master's degree. And after being here 2 years, I was 5 years in, I had my master's degree. And I was making significant step and lane increases during that time frame. And from my perspective, I could see a career. I could see exactly what I had to do to make a decent amount of money after many years. At that time, 17 years you could reach the top of the salary schedule. And that's what I did when I was going through my years here. I spent 33 years here. And so as we're going through, basically insurance was paid for. Your half, employer and employee half of the WRS were paid for. And there was 8 years of retirement insurance, among other things. Okay, Act 10 happened during that time. We lost the 7%, approximately 6 to 7% of the employee half had to get paid back by employees, so that was that. And at that time, basically, this district was under a contract for a year or two, but after that,
Dave?
Yes.
just for fairness to all citizens that comment, you've run out of time.
okay, so I did the post and the pre, and I guess I'll do the post some other time.
Thank you.
Be well.
I have no further citizen comments. We'll move on to 4.1. I need to have a motion to consider adopting the July 23rd, 2024 Board of Education agenda.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Are we gonna do electronic, or are we gonna?
Yeah, we'll do it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, that passes unanimously 8-0. Thank you very much. We'll move on to, okay, 5.1, discussion and possible action of the Janesville Education Association 24-25 negotiations pursuant to Wisconsin Statute 111.7, effective July 1st, 2024. Would you like to read a motion?
I make a motion to issue a notice of impasse and implement the board's final contract offer to the teacher bargaining unit.
Second.
There's a motion and second. Any discussion? Any further discussion?
Michelle, will you read the second?
Yes.
Thank you, sorry. It's okay.
Okay. Anyone? Okay, let's vote.
Passes unanimously.
Thank you. That passes unanimously 8-0. 5.2, consider approval of the non-certified staff salary increase. Scott Garner and Mr. McCray.
Good evening. As is typical board practice, once the bargaining unit, the teachers' bargaining unit offers is voted on and approved by the board, we go ahead then and try to implement that for the remaining staff, except for the superintendent. At this time, based on the 4.12% on the base for the teacher's salary structure, that averages out across the schedule to 3% for all other staff. That amount is confirmed by our colleagues across the hall here, Mr. McCray, is $761,368 in total for support staff. We're asking tonight that the board approve the 3.0% wage increase for the 24-25 school year, beginning retroactively on July 1st, 2024 for all staff groups not included essentially in the bargaining unit.
Second.
Does that cover it, Denise? Or should we read a formal motion?
That covers it with the exception that it is not including the superintendent.
It does not include the superintendent.
Perfect.
You guys okay with that addendum there?
Yes.
Does everybody understand? Any questions or comments? All right, let's vote.
That passes unanimously.
That passes unanimously 8-0. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
5.3. Where am I here? Consider approval of a resolution authorizing issuance of a general obligation bonds in amount not to exceed $151,800,000.
Second.
Just want to make sure I'm keeping up here. Does that satisfy the motion?
I think that satisfied.
Yes.
Well, it's important we make sure we, right? All right, okay. We're good? Everybody understands that motion? Let's vote.
Passes unanimously.
Okay, we're moving on, right, to 5.4. Consider approval of a resolution to exceed the district's revenue cap commencing with the 2025-26 school year by amount of $14,500,000. There's a motion? And A second? Thank you,
Who's second?
thank you. Does that satisfy what we need to, the language, is that okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Okay, let's vote. Oh, what happened? I got logged out.
Keeping you on your toes, Carl.
I need that.
Well, it looks like I'm logged out, so let's do a voice vote on this one. What do you,
Everyone else has voted, Kevin, you can just say
Yay.
yay, okay?
that passes unanimously.
Passes
Eight,
unanimously.
thank you, 8-0. Thank you. Now we're on to 5.5, correct? Consider approval of a resolution providing for a referendum election on the questions of the approval of the resolution authorizing issuance of general obligation bonds in the amount not to exceed $151,800,000 and approval of a resolution to exceed the district's revenue cap commencing with the 25-26 school year by an amount of $14,500,000. How about a motion? So move, all right. In a second?
Second.
All right, Susan's a second. Is that pretty good too, Dan?
You are correct.
Thank you, sir. Everybody understand what we just went through here? Questions? Let's vote. Hey,
Good job.
thank you, sir.
Passes unanimously.
That passes unanimously.
It's all right. It's a late night for him.
That passes unanimously, 8-0. Commissioner Herda, are we almost done?
You took 25 minutes. You're past 21. You're quick though, efficient.
How about future meeting dates and times?
I could read this very slowly. The PPC committee will meet on Monday, August 5th at 4:30 here at the ESC. Our next Board of Education meeting is Tuesday, August 13th at 6 PM here at the ESC. Finance, Buildings, and Grounds Committee will meet on Tuesday, August 20th at 3 PM at Franklin Middle School. And our second Board of Education meeting for August will be on Tuesday, August 27th at 6 PM here at the ESC.
I have no new agenda requests. So typically, if a board member has a particular interest in a topic or a discussion or anything related to school district business, you can fill out an agenda form and get it to the president or the superintendent, and we can deal with those issues one at a time. So we are adjourned.